it's Dale here. Today's a little bit of a frivolous day. I mean, might remember that I was working away with my embellisher last week and just mucking around on a piece of pre-felt and putting some bits on, some silk strips, and I had also made this piece with all the scrims, only scrim, and I threaded some stuff through, so I got this big piece. So out of it I cut a Christmas tree. Well, it's a sort of misfitted Christmas tree, but that doesn't matter. And then I got all the bits and I went through my embellisher and I joined them all up again, so I've got something else that I can use in a tree scene or something like that, or whatever I'm doing, a forest thing. So it's just to show, if you get any ideas out of today, it's really just a frivolous way to use up your scraps and things and see how we go. So I've got a fine thread here somewhere, this one here, and I've used some short bits of thread just to muck around. So I've used a thick silk. I don't have much of this left. Did a bit of stitching down the side and across and back, and you can see it's got hairy scrim and stuff. And you might have a really precise friend who will gasp with horror if she gets a Christmas card that looks like that, but maybe I'll give it to somebody else. And then I've used a Pearl 12 to do a little bit of stitching on the back there, just filling it up, and I'll do a bit more to anchor this down, and I possibly get a metallic if I can find, and do a big star at the top or something like that. So that's just that one. It's not attached to anything yet, but when I attach it, I just put a bit of this double-sided tape on, and that holds it in its place. And then the other one that I did from last week was when I used this piece where I showed you all the sari ribbons and things on it, and some of it's been foiled and some of it's not, and I've got a bit of star, my foot, whatever it's called, long day, and just to make, so it's sort of a little bit like stars on the top. And to make this one, I don't know if you can see it in the angle that Ian might show you, I cut a Christmas tree out, and to make my bright shiny Christmas tree I used some Angelina fibre and some fusible film. So it's just a general muck around stitching casual thing that I've done here. I'll put it there and see if you can see. And if you haven't used Angelina, and I'm sure lots of people have, but there may be people who haven't, you just need, I'm using just the surface here, I've got some Glad Bake, and these are some little bits from yesterday where I cut my shape out, but I'll show you very quickly how to use it. Now this is Crystalina, which is just the coarse cut. When the Angelina is created, this is the fusible film, and this is shredded. So it's shredded very coarsely to make Crystalina and very fine to make Angelina. So I can do a few little bits here for no reason. I often add little bits in like this. This fuses to itself, and we'll put a bit of the Crystalina down, mix and match a bit here. The beauty about this is that you can add anything else in that takes your fancy, and all you need to do with any of these is to put your top on, collect your iron, just a very quick iron, and it fuses to itself. So what you've got is a lovely piece. You've got your bits. You could have put threads or anything that you liked inside of that. And then put all those out of the way. And I've just simply cut a shape up, in this case, a free-form tree. So I don't know, see it there. And to apply it, and I've used sequins and other things. I seem to have lost my stars and all that sort of thing, but what you put down is entirely up to you. What sort of fun you had. Flower stitch foot, incidentally, is what it's called. And then they're sort of giving you a little bit of your stars and having a bit of fun and frivolity, because it's not a serious thing. This is a very busy time of the year, and it's a good time to use up your stuff. Good way to make some cards for people. Without going out and buying them, using what you've got. We've all got lots of stuff, so I hope that's given you a few little ideas. The other thing you could use, I found this one while I was here, it's one I've been sampling on. Now this is sari, of course, sari chiffon, all stitched onto a pre-felt. Wouldn't that be fabulous? You could cut your shapes for your tree that way, or anything else that you're cutting up. It doesn't have to be a tree, of course. So there you are, a little few ideas, and have a lovely week. See you, bye-bye.